Hey, it is morning here in Boise, Idaho, and we're at the Idaho Ice World for Game 4 of the Mark Gagnon Memorial Tournament. And we mean it is morning. It is super early here, 6 a.m. start. Or is it 7? I don't even know what time it is. Is this 6?
No, it's 6 a.m.
It's 6 a.m. 6 a.m. start. Today, the first place Everett Junior Silvertips are going to face off against the Salt Lake City Grizzlies. Grizzlies are coming in at 2-1. Everett is 3-0 after wins against Idaho Falls, Jackson Moose, and the Boise Steelheads. Everett has 14 goals in their 3 wins, and looking to get this thing closed out with a win and a sweep with a 4-0 heading into the final game. So that's what we're looking to accomplish today. I am here as always with your voice of the Junior Silvertips. It is morning early.
Holy crap, is it morning?
Welcome, Mike Meetsma.
Good morning, Brian. Yeah, it's smoking early. It was a little tough getting out of bed this morning.
It was a lot tough getting out of bed this morning.
I'm sure it was a little tougher for you guys as you went out for a little bit last night.
Those are rumors. Those are all rumors spread by my detractors. They're untrue.
I totally chickened out and decided to go to bed.
Discretion being the better part of valor.
So the Grizzlies from Salt Lake City, as you mentioned.
Grizzly folks over here to our right and the Everett parents on our left. Everybody's a little bit tired, a little bit off their morning game.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to go get coffee this morning, so I apologize. Might be a little rough.
I should have pinged you and seen if you wanted any. I managed to grab a cup after I dropped the boys off, but it's cold already. All right, well, it looks like Wyrick's line is out here to start the game. See Wyrick, Evan Corson out there.
And Anderson.
Jeremy Anderson. For some reason, I always want to call him Jake. I don't know why that is.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know if I knew a Jake Anderson in a past life. I'm not sure why that is.
Well, now we're going to have to work that into the Planderson.
Could be Jake Planderson. That's even better. I got
Blake Janderson.
Yeah, I got to be careful with my. I do that joke a lot, and it just went all wrong on me yesterday.
It did, and I decided, you know what? I'm not editing it.
You didn't edit?
I didn't edit.
All right. Well, I'm sure I'll hear something from somebody about that.
You know what? This is our disclaimer.
That's right. This broadcast is for educational? No, for entertainment purposes only.
Entertainment purposes only.
If you find that we're wrong or dumb or unfunny, that's really your problem, not ours. We're entertaining ourselves here, and
you're just along for the ride.
That's right.
If you're listening, you're along for the ride.
Good luck with that.
So we've got Nuke and Walton on defense with the Wyrick line. Good face-off comes out for the Grizzlies. Comes back for Nuke. Nuke up to Wyrick. Gets taken away by the Grizz. Wonder if it's okay for me to call them the Grizz.
You go right ahead. I think that sounds cool.
Gets grabbed up by Walton. Walton tries to shuffle it up on the boards, but doesn't quite get to it. Anderson on the boards. Everett having a little bit of a tough time trying to get it out of their zone. Nuke flops it up over the glass for the whistle.
Yeah, it was kind of an ugly turnover right there.
Yeah.
You're lucky that the Grizzly player didn't get off a good shot. He's a little slow getting up. He got pasted into the boards. He's kind of got his limp going.
Yep. Pasted is a good word for it. The Althoff line out with Gumont and Poland. Looks like the boys on that first line a little bit sleepy. Had a little bit of a hard time getting it out of the zone. Gets grabbed up by Minaker. Minaker streaming. Oh, good run here. Puts it, looking for the rebound. Minaker takes a shot on the blocker. It comes out for a nice rebound, but can't quite connect to it. The Grizzlies come into the zone and gets taken out by Brendan Phillips. Brendan to Althoff. Althoff streaming into the zone, looking for Minaker. Streams around the net. Puts it cross ice for Phillips. Phillips dumps it in the zone, or dumps it behind the net for Minaker. Minaker tries to hang on to it. Goes back for Phillips. Out front for Althoff. Althoff sweeps on the shot, comes up for a rebound, and the Grizzly goalie covers it up. Good run here by the Althoff line.
I was trying to figure out that line change. Minaker went racing off, looking to get swapped out, but the rest of the line was staying. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, it was it was interesting to do a change there in the offensive zone. So the Herman, Mietzma, and Lombard line out. Goes sideboards for Mietzma. Mietzma pops it back to the blue line, but it gets picked off by the Grizz. They read that nice. Mietzma had his skates turned, and the Grizzlies, they read that no problem.
Well, props to McCutchen for hustling back there.
Yeah.
It was a 2-on-1, and he broke it up with a nice poke check and kept any kind of play from developing at all.
Comes out in the corner for the Grizzlies. Gets disrupted by Herman.
Tyler's had a nice weekend for himself. He's been playing good defense.
Tied up by Mietzma and Herman, picked up by Rody. Rody slams it on the sideboards, comes back to the blue line, gets pushed back in. Grizzlies have a pretty solid defense. Gets blocked at the blue line by McCutchen. Scramble picked up by Lombard. Lombard goes in, takes a shot, gets gloved by the Grizzly goalie. Looks like that Grizzly goalie's pretty good.
At least looks awake.
Yep. Looks like we might have to, like we were talking yesterday, getting the goalie moving laterally. It looks like the goalie's got a pretty good, like he's pretty good covering the angles. Comes out on the sideboard for Anderson, comes back to Nuque. Nuque pops it into the zone. Comes out for the Grizzlies. Everett's having a hard time keeping those pucks. Who do we have in goal today, Brian?
Craig Strinker down there starting in goal for us today. Thanks for prompting me. I had forgotten to mention. Craig had a nice game yesterday against the Moose. The Moose, by the way, finished 3-1 with their loss to us. And here with the Grizzlies are 2-1. If we were to lose this game, there'd be 3 teams who were 3-1, but we have the tiebreaker against the Moose because we beat them. So we should be in the final game, regardless of the outcome of this one. But we spent a little time talking with the boys this morning about, not leaving it to that. Come out here and win it all. Go into the championships the solid favorite 4-0.
Yep. Comes out for Nuque. Nuque spins.
Oh,
the blue line. That was a
crazy bounce there for the goalie. Did a nice job.
Yep. Got for Althoff on the sideboard. Grizzlies are coming out hard. Stream over the blue line into the corner, gets tripped up, lost an edge, picked up by Gaumont. Cross ice pass to
nice pass.
Phillips. Phillips gets chased down. Puts it for the rebound. Althoff collects that rebound. Takes another shot there. Gets covered up by the Grizzly goalie.
Phillips gave the goalie a little tap there. A little appreciation for that save. Nice sportsmanship. Got ourselves some music and a stadium announcer today's game.
Gotta love that. It'd be interesting to hear how that comes out on the video. Comes back to Gaumont. Gaumont shuffles it back. It gets picked off by the Grizzlies. Grizzlies stream over center ice. In the corner, they drop it back. Minaker tries to pop it through big number 77. It comes out for Brendan Phillips at the blue line. That's Brendan Phillips is like the little engine that could. He just keeps. He gets banged up and he just keeps going.
Yeah, he doesn't have any fear. He goes in there, whether it's one guy or 3 guys, he'll go in there by himself if he has to and try to make a move.
Yep. Herman to Lombard. Lombard takes a shot. Goalie grabbed it. We'll have a whistle in the Grizzly zone.
That right there's what I like to call a goalie confidence booster. You hit him right in the logo so that he
That's
can just
right.
cradle it in, feel really good about himself. Was that your jam? I saw you starting to dance.
That was an adjustment dance. Call it what you will. Grabbed up by Lombard, disrupted by the Grizzlies. Comes back behind the net for Mietzma. Mietzma can't quite connect to it. Grizzlies on the sideboard. Nice hit by Mietzma to disrupt that.
Oh!
Comes out Lombard, passes it to Herman. Herman hits the post.
He had plenty of room there and just went wide.
Mietzma disrupts behind the net, picked up by Rody. Rody takes a shot right into the goalie. Another nice rebound. His goalie's giving up a lot of nice rebounds.
Herman's had a rough weekend with those pipes. He's been just hitting the outside of them or just missing.
He's having a hard time buying a goal.
Yeah, plenty of scoring opportunities for him. He's got to get that thing in. He did manage to get a goal in yesterday morning's win, the first 13 seconds in.
Yep, that was good. I forgot about that. Comes back to McCutchen. McCutchen takes a shot, gets blocked, and it comes out.
Oh, boy.
And about have a breakout opportunity here, wide open in front of the net.
Again, well played by McCutchen. He got back and he got his feet in front of that pass and made sure it didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, it was kind of a dangerous situation there. We had a player right in front of the net. Going to make the picture a little brighter here on the camera. Lighting in here is a little bit bad. Sideboards comes right out front for the Grizz. And it gets popped out by Anderson. Pad bounce picked up by Wyrick. Wyrick gets taken off the puck and a shot by Anderson. And it comes back for Walton. Walton makes a turn, bounces it off the boards for Anderson. Anderson can't quite connect to it. And it was a super duper offside.
Yeah, there's two guys back. You got to take that one to the other end, ref.
Yep.
Come on now.
That's got to
go to the other end. That's an intentional offside. So you got two guys back there.
Yep.
That
was not a.
I will disagree with the positioning on that one.
Yep. Shot, blocker saved by Stringkirk. Comes out to the side of the ice, back to the blue for the Grizz. They dump it in, gets disrupted by Althoff to Minaker.
Just a little too much there for Minaker to get a hold of it.
A little bit too much.
You know, after the game against the Moose, there was a number 13 for the Moose, had a very similar hairstyle here to Flo. And so we took to calling him Moose Flo. I talked about that with Minaker after the game. He thought that was hysterical.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he really enjoyed that. Oh, come on there.
Oh, man, there was a tip there in front of the net there for Brendan Phillips. Shot that got tipped by one of the Grizzly players. Comes out front for Phillips. Comes back to the blue for Gumont. Gumont takes a shot, gets tipped. Nice shot, gloved by the Grizzly goalie.
Now, what I liked about Moose Flo is that kid had good game, too. He played well, and that was one of the things Minaker said. He goes, that kid was good. So number 77 here for the Grizzlies. He's got his hair hanging out the back. I'm holding off. He's not Grizz Flo yet.
Yeah, he's not Grizz Flo.
But if he can deliver, we'll promote him to Grizz Flo.
It's like, you know what? If you're going to have hair like that, you got to be good.
You got to be good.
Like
you got to be good.
Like you have to be
he's
good,
had a good hit over here in our zone.
Comes back for Lombard. Lombard takes a shot, gets blocked, picked up by Mietzma on the side. Goes back behind the net for Herman. Picked up again by Mietzma. Mietzma gets hit from behind. Shuffles it out, comes back for Lombard. Lombard saves it at the blue, pushes it back behind the net for Mietzma. Mietzma to Herman. Herman out to McCutchen. McCutchen takes a shot. Picked up by Mietzma, disrupted, puts it out front. Can't quite connect to it. Lombard back to Rody. Rody takes a flop shot. Picked up. Shot by Mietzma, another rebound. Comes up for Lombard. Lombard dumps it back.
Nice little curl move by Lombard to get back and try and get another shot off that. That'll be an icing.
Yeah, but, like the Grizzlies are really good at covering the, the passes. Like they know where, based on how or which way your feet are pointing. where that pass is going to go, and that's a dangerous, kind of backhand, no-look pass from Lombard. You really got to be careful with those types of passes. Goes back to the blue line for Nuke. Nuke takes the shot, gets blocked, and the Grizzlies come out of the zone with it. Grizzlies fighting hard to take a shot. They just put it past Stringkirk. That was a little bit of a defensive struggle there. They weren't doing a good enough job, or the Silvertips weren't doing a good enough job disrupting in front of the net.
Yeah, it was a pretty straightforward shot. Just found a little bit of open space and put it right in the back.
Yep.
I was just about to say before that happened that the Grizzlies had looked a little disorganized to me at times. I've seen them swarming on the puck where they'll have two people go to it when only one should, and they haven't always left themselves in the best position when they're in the offensive zone. But
they got it done.
They made the best of it there.
They got it done, yep. They got the Althoff line here. It comes back to Walton, back to Tristan, up to Nuke, or up to Minaker. Minaker takes a shot, goes high, up into the netting.
That goal came with 8 minutes remaining in the first period. So the Grizzlies lead 1-0.
Yeah, I was hoping, the junior tips here needed that run. Needed that first goal for a little bit of momentum here. Althoff with a face-off.
Yeah, I feel like both the Althoff line and the Herman line have generated some opportunities.
Yeah, some good chances.
But nothing for it. And you're right, scoring first would have felt good there.
For Minaker, rebound, takes it, puts it in the net.
Gets his own rebound.
Unassisted.
That go in the scorebook as Minaker from Minaker at 7:41 remaining in the first. Flow from Flow. Well done. Well done. We're tied up. Good job, boys.
Nicely done. Yeah, every once in a while, you got to be a parent too, right?
That's right. You could be a fan.
You could be a fan, a commentator.
Hey, nice little song for them.
Yep.
Check it out.
They brought that out especially for the junior Silvertips, from what I heard.
That's pretty good. Honestly, I've done music
a
number of times. Athena used to DJ, and I'd cover for her when she had a class or something. And I always had some kind of bad, sappy song I would play when the other team scored.
It's a good aggressive play there by Gumont, and just so happened to flip out of over the glass.
By the way, if your little brother or little sister watching your brother here playing with the junior Silvertips, when you get into school, you got to get some volunteer hours in high school. You can come out and do music at the rink for games.
Yep.
Get some volunteer hours and have a little fun being a DJ. Athena had a ball doing that and got about half her volunteer hours.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, you just get the team manager to sign off on it for you.
Oh, nice.
We just announced the assists on the first goal.
Oh, okay.
Grizzlies.
I was going to say Eva. Who's Eva? That was just the first goal. Grizzlies come to center ice. It's picked off by Lombard. Lombard collects it at center ice, shuffles it into the zone. Mietzma chases after it. Mietzma comes out, tries to wheel and deal in front of the net. Gets blocked out. It looks like the Grizzlies always have a guy standing right at that blue line.
They announced an assist to Phillips on the Minaker goal, so it was
second,
Phillips to Minaker.
Phillips to Flow.
That's right.
Cross-ice pass there gets disrupted by Anderson at the blue line. Anderson looking for Corson, drops it back to Rody.
Officials in the way there.
Again, a no-look pass there, and just about got disrupted by the Grizzlies. Comes back from McCutchen. McCutchen dumps it in the corner for Corson. Corson kind of stepping away from that hit. Picked up by Anderson behind the Grizzlies' net. Looking, McCutchen pinching up, takes a shot, gets blocked. Shuffled out of the zone by the Grizzlies, and it'll get chased down, and it'll be icing.
McCutchen's called for a couple of those passes up high, and the first one in particular earlier in the game, he was out with the Herman line, and it was a really smart call. He had a great positioning. That one he pinched down a little low, made me awfully nervous.
Mm-hmm.
There was nobody to back him up.
Yeah, I mean, he's playing well, but he's not very hard on his hockey stick. Comes out from McCutchen. McCutchen to Rody. Rody takes it all the way back, whiffs on the shot, gives it up to the Grizz. They put it right out front. Nicely grabbed up by Anderson. Anderson streaming, looking, taking a shot, going right through the 5-hole.
I'm guessing that's going to be called unassisted. I don't think. I think the Grizzlies were the last ones to touch it. Coming up for Anderson. Mr. Anderson, well done.
Mr. Anderson. Nice 5-hole goal there.
Oh, I love this song.
Should hold up the mic like you're, woo.
Getting the dirty look from the wife over there. It's not funny.
Not funny.
Not funny.
Altoff line. This looks to be a pretty successful line today. New K to Altoff. Altoff dumps it in the zone. Picked up on the sideboards by Phillips. Phillips out to Minaker. A little collision there picked up by Altoff.
Official scorekeeper gave an assist to Rody on that. So Rody touched that, bringing it around behind the boards.
Yep.
And then out to Anderson.
Comes out for Altoff. There's going to be a penalty on the play. Altoff took a shot that got blocked. There's going to be a tripping penalty.
Looks to me like Minaker. Yeah, it looks like Minaker that's going in. I got to hand it to the ladies working the box here. There's two ladies in there. They're doing announcing, scorekeeping, running the clock, and playing music, and they're doing a good job. They're not missing a beat.
They're not missing a beat. Although they're announcing goals a little late. But you know what? They have their hands full just like we do. So.
Well, actually, I mean, they were late on that first one by a lot, but they were right on it with the most recent two. So I think maybe the gal forgot that she could announce.
Oh, yeah, right.
That's a lot to keep track of.
There's number 77 if you want to check him out. He comes streaming into the zone.
Oh.
Takes a shot.
Strinker really bobbled
comes
that
out.
one.
Picked up by Phillips. Phillips lobs it into the Grizzly zone. Minaker.
Yeah, I've worked the box a number of times, and always stresses me out, man. Trying to keep the clock right, keep the score right, keep track of shots. It's a lot to do.
Herman up to Lombard. Lombard dumps it in the zone. Comes out. Poland pinches up, drives it cross-ice pass over to the Grizzlies. Shot that goes wide. Herman drives it out of the zone. Nice disruption by Herman. Waves on that puck, picked up by Lombard. Lombard drives it into actually takes a shot. Gets shuffled off by the Grizzly goalie.
30 seconds left to go in the penalty kill for the Silvertips.
Number 11 for the Grizzlies, winding behind the Everett net. Drops it back. Disrupted by Poland. Comes out to the corner for Mietzma. Mietzma drives it to the other side of the ice. Grizzlies pop it into the corner. Drop it back to the D.
Oh, nice. She beat me to it.
Yeah, she totally beat you to it.
Those girls are on it.
Long pass. Minaker out of the box. Working hard to get to that puck. That'll be icing. And it come all the way back into the Everett zone.
Oh, ice,
baby. There you go.
I like this. Look at her. She's dancing down
Yeah.
there, too.
Comes back on the sideboard for Wyrick. Wyrick up to Corson. Corson streaming through the zone. Looking, spins away, gets picked up by Anderson behind the net. Shuffles it right out front. Nobody there. And it gets shuffled out of the zone for the icing. And it'll come right back to the Grizzlies' end.
So we were when we were out on the tour there on Boise on Friday. There's a tradition among the boys to tell some tall tales when people don't really understand how hockey works. Hold on here.
McCutchen takes a shot. Nice rebound. Corson tries to pop it in the net. Comes back behind the net for Wyrick. Wyrick on the sideboards, comes right out front. Gets disrupted for the Grizzlies. It's pasted along the boards there. Goes cross ice to Rody. Rody to Wyrick. It really looks like the Tips are not really wanting to be very aggressive today. They're stepping out of a lot of
cow.
checks. Huge hit by Rody.
Yeah, Rody leaves his feet and goes straight to the box. He
he's-
knew it. That was a foolish penalty.
Yep, that was foolish.
And I'm not sure why.
It's not.
I
That
don't
was
know.
foolish, yep.
Was he the one that got plowed over here on the boards?
Yeah, I'm thinking that was
that
a
retaliation?
retaliation. Yep.
Got to keep your cool, man. You got to keep your cool.
I'm thinking, he's getting a little talking to from
Bryn's
the coach.
giving him an earful.
Altoff line out here again. Comes up, gets pushed in, chased down by Altoff. Altoff doing a good job here in the corner. Altoff getting manhandled by 3 Grizzly players and did a good job holding his own.
He burned 20 seconds off the clock, too.
Yeah, that was great.
We're at the 1 minute mark.
Comes out of center ice, it gets disrupted, comes out, hops up over the glass.
So I'll probably finish this story at
Go
the
ahead.
intermission. But what I was going to say is going back to the Texas trip y'all took last year. See how I slipped in y'all in Texas right there?
Oh, yeah,
Smooth.
no, that was great.
So the boys were riding on out on that trip. They were riding on the train at the airport, and some guy was asking them what they were doing. There were several of them traveling alone, and they started telling some stories about.
Yeah, like they were like a synchronized swimming team or something like that, and
So they were cross-checking. I'm not sure that's what I would have called for that penalty, but Rody's penalty officially called cross-checking. I'll let you
comes
get back
out
to
of the
action
zone,
here.
chased down by Altoff. Altoff with Phillips. Good job by the Grizzly player to slide there and disrupt that puck. Comes for Phillips at the blue line. Altoff's having a great game here. He's playing very aggressive.
His PK work is
Yep.
fantastic.
Comes out for Phillips. Phillips
Nice
just
stick lift
wheeling,
there. That was a
wheeling
nice stick
all over
lift.
the ice there and humps it in the Grizzly zone looking for the change.
And that'll do it.
And that'll end the first period.
So not
Now-
a couple
now-
of uncomfortable penalties there, but
yeah.
a good period. Good period here for Everett, leading 2-1. So the boys were they were riding on the little train at the airport, and some gentleman was talking to them, asking what they were doing. They were explaining they were in town playing hockey, and it was Talavera and Herman and Minaker and a few others, and Talavera starts making up some stuff, and the boys all join in, and so they started saying how they were playing for the U.S. national team, and they had just come back from Europe, and they had totally destroyed the teams there, and so the stories were just getting bigger and bigger. They eventually convinced the guy that they are normally on a private jet, but that jet had broken down and they were flying commercial, and that's why they weren't with their coach and their other teammates.
Nice.
So that started a tradition with the boys of telling some tall tales when they find a gullible suspect. So on the tour, we're walking around Boise, and our tour guide was asking them, a little bit about things, and Orion was explaining. She was asking how they got to Boise, and Orion was explaining how the team bus had broken down, and so they had to fly. And Bryson Rody turns and he says, "We have a bus?"
We have a
And and the boys are like, "Yeah, Bryson, we have a bus."
Yes, we have a
and Bryson's
bus.
like, "Oh, I didn't know we had a bus." And you know,
come I've never been on
then
it yet?
they put on their sarcastic voices, and Bryson figured it out. Well, not I don't know, 10 seconds after that, McCutchen walks over to Sandy and he goes, "Hey, is that for real? Do we have a bus now?" So we not only got the boys not only got the tour guide, they got a couple of their own
awesome.
team members.
That was good.
So here we are at the start of the second.
Comes back for Gumont. Gumont shuffles it off, gets picked up by the Grizzlies. Grizzlies coming out hard. Comes back for Poland behind the net.
This is a different look here.
Yep.
So Mietzma's not out.
Oh, Mietzma's not
This is
out,
Minaker, Herman.
and Anderson.
It looks like Gumont as the third forward. Are we
no,
still?
no,
Oh, we're
no,
still on the
we're-
PK.
yeah, we're-
my bad.
We're still on the
Doggone it.
yeah.
Busy telling stories. It's early in the morning. So never mind. That wasn't a weird line at all. That's a PK line.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the second time that Mietzma's been taken off of the line there for a penalty. Comes out big disruption here at the blue line. Picked up by Gumont. Gumont shuffles it into the Grizzlies zone.
That'll about do it for the penalties. 5 seconds left.
Good disruption by Lombard as he comes out of the box. Gets tripped up on the play. Comes back to Poland. Poland spins, looking to set it up. Passes it to Gumont. Gumont up to Flo. Minaker. Minaker stops up, gets picked up by Herman. Herman back to Poland. Poland takes a shot, hits the goalie. Big rebound.
That's a big rebound.
Goes to Mietzma as he comes off the box. Off the box, out of the box, off the bench.
Off the bench, yeah.
Off the bench.
He wasn't in the box.
My bad. Comes back to the blue for Poland. Poland over to Herman. Herman pops it behind the net for Mietzma. Mietzma right out front, slams it. Shot by Lombard. Beautifully set up, and it comes back to the blue for Gumont. Gumont over to Poland. Poland takes this shot, hits Herman, shuffles off into the corner.
Herman's been out there almost 2 minutes now. He's going to need a line change.
Yep. Nice shot there from Poland, picked up by Herman. Herman gets disrupted at the boards. He's really getting hooked
being
there.
hooked.
Yeah, and that's no call, but good shot here by Poland to keep it in the zone.
Yeah, I think because Herman wasn't really moving, they were going to let
Yep.
that go as just a little traffic.
Pick up by Mietzma. Mietzma all the way back to Poland. Poland to Lombard. Lombard rips the shot, goes wide to the corner for Herman. Herman right out front gets blocked by the Grizzlies. Grizzlies get taken off the puck by Herman.
Herman needs to get off the ice. He's been out there 2.5
Yep.
minutes now. Lombard's already changed out. Here we go.
There we go.
That's too long.
Wow. We're back for Gumont. Gumont shuffles it up. A little bit of a bad turnover there. Comes all the way back for Poland. Poland spins, looks for Corson. Corson can't get a stick on it. It would be icing. Yeah, that was a long shift for Herman.
He's normally pretty good about dosing his ice time, but I worry about taking a long shift like that this early in the game. There's a lot of hockey to be played today.
The Wyrick line comes back to the blue. They cross ice and gets disrupted by McCutchen, goes behind the net. Picked up again by McCutchen. McCutchen gets stick checked. It gets poked out to the blue. Grizz whiff on a shot. It gets picked up by Corson up to Anderson. Anderson streams into the zone. Puts it right out front, but gets picked off.
Anderson continuing to play well today. Nice. Oh, yeah, offsides. My bad. Yeah, Anderson's having a good game today.
Yep. Very nice.
Well, hey, so we're into the second period, and it's time for today's episode of What Won't Wywick Remember? And so for the second time this season, I'm happy to announce that Wyrick forgot to remember something. So showed up as far as we know with everything. We'll have to check after the game and see if he's got his post-game gear. But for the moment, Wyrick appears to have not forgotten anything.
Wow. We're going to have to come up with a different segment there.
Today's edition of What Won't Wyrick Remember is brought to you by Simon, the memory game. Fun for boys and girls alike, ages 7 and up.
You never cease to amaze me, Brian Herman.
Got to keep it entertaining.
You got to keep it entertaining. Rody pinches all the way in. It comes to the sideboards for Minaker. Minaker just hops it behind the net, expecting somebody to be there. Grabbed up by Althoff out front. Gets tipped by Rody. Scrum in front of the net. Goes right out front. Gets covered up by the Grizzly goalie there. There was some nice turnover action there. Good aggressive behavior by the junior Silvertips. And well done by the Grizzly goalie.
Definitely, he stayed calm there under pressure. That was he had that rebound go out in front of him, and there was a lot of traffic and a lot of activity. Nervous moment there, but he stayed calm under fire and covered up.
Althoff line getting a lot of ice today.
How many games you figure we've done so far this year?
We're right around 20, like 25.
25?
Yep.
So in all those games is only the second time that we had a What Won't Wyrick Remember.
Yep, that's
where
right.
he had not forgotten anything. And it turned out the other time that it happened, we were wrong. He had forgotten his socks, so we didn't find out till after the game when he came out in his dress clothes. So possibility of being 1 for 25.
Yeah, that's right.
We'll see.
1 for 25.
I have no worries about that segment continuing to be durable for the remainder of the season.
For the remainder of the season, yeah. This is a one-off deal where, when you are flying, he probably made extra special care to not forget anything. So I think maybe once we get back into the routine of school and things like that it might.
Well, and even still, you arrive in Boise with all your equipment, but he forgot his jerseys at the hotel.
Right.
He forgot his Gatorade water bottle.
Oh yeah,
he forgot
his carry-on
he forgot
luggage,
that he did have his toiletries bag. So there's still a lot that can upset Wyrick. Oh,
lots of turnovers here. Herman, the top of the circle, whiffs it, puts it back behind, collects it, puts it back for Walton. Walton pinching high, comes right out front for Herman, but can't connect to it. It's shuffled back in by Walton.
I swear I had just watched Herman go off to the bench, but it was Phillips. The 8 and the 9 looked a lot alike.
Oh, yeah. Grizzlies dumped behind the Silvertip zone. Grabbed up by Poland. Poland to Mietzma. Mietzma cross ice to Lombard. Lombard gets taken off the puck to Herman. Right out front for Mietzma. Mietzma can't quite connect to it, and it will drive all the way back, chased down aggressively by the Grizzlies. Picked up by Poland. Poland up to Mietzma. Mietzma disrupted at the blue line. Comes back to Poland, long pass to Lombard. Lombard over the blue line. Goes across to Mietzma. Mietzma tries to put it in the top corner, rifles it over the net, up into the netting. Lots of that this game.
Good communication there on the ice. Lombard had just come on, and I think Mietzma as well had just come on from the bench. And Tristan was back here deep with the puck, and just as they came onto the ice, one of them hollered Tristan.
Oh,
And Nuke caught it, made the pass up.
Yep. I like the communication,
good communication.
We have here, yep.
But it was a smart play, just coming right off the bench and creating a forward movement.
Yep.
Strinker snaps that one.
Yep, nice shot by the Grizz. It gets snapped up, like you said, by Stringkert.
He'd have held that just a little longer, it would have been the old Statue of Liberty look.
That's right.
Always loved it when Patrick Waugh used to do that.
Oh yeah.
He always had a little flourish.
And he held it for the
yep.
The allotted amount of time for that move to be effective. Comes right out front, disrupted by Poland.
Good play by Poland.
Yep.
That was a good opportunity for the Grizzlies. 9 minutes remaining in the second period.
Sideboards to Anderson. Anderson shuffles it to center ice. Grizzlies doing a nice cycle shot blocker save by Stringkurt. Grizzlies fall on the play for breakout. Comes up to Anderson from Corson. Corson just pops it into the corner, chased down by Corson.
Good defense by the Grizzlies there, slowing Anderson up at the line. Very nearly got Corson offsides.
Yep. Corson takes a shot, goes high and wide over to the other side for Minaker. Minaker pops it back behind the Grizzlies net. Phillips behind, puts it right out front. That shot's way too hard. Pops all the way out for McCutchen. McCutchen being aggressively taken down. Cross-ice pass to Minaker. Minaker drops it back behind the net, collected by the Grizzly goalie. Aggressively gotten by Althoff. Althoff puts it out front. Shot by McCutchen gets blocked. And it gets taken out of the zone by the
touched with a high stick.
Grizzlies, touched with a high stick.
Waved off there.
To Rody. Rody pinches it in. Grizzlies come out of the zone, cross-ice pass. Gets disrupted by Rody. Rody slides in. Looks like it's becoming a little bit more individual here as that was a dangerous situation. Good job by McCutchen to keep that in. Goes from Althoff to Phillips. Phillips in the corner. Everett will do a line change. Disrupted by Herman. Herman to Lombard. Lombard, up and over.
But Jack has been
a little bit excited there. Hey, yeah. Well, that whole, the whole line, Herman and Mietzma and Jack have all been rifling it over. They're excited.
Number 6 for the Grizz looks a little hurt there. He's holding his arm.
Oh, yeah. Comes back to the blue for Walton. Out. Walton over to Nuke. Nuke taking a shot. Oh, beautiful
what
save.
A save.
Beautiful save by the Grizzlies.
That was fantastic.
That was a beautiful save.
Well done, goalie.
He was split out, sitting on his butt, and grabbed that up. I do have to say that the Grizzly goalie looks like he has no neck.
He does, yeah. He's kind of.
He does. He's
got his shoulders up.
There's a lot of pad there. Maybe he does have a neck, but sure doesn't look like it. Comes back to the blue for Nuke. Nuke to Mietzma. Mietzma whiffs on the shot. Working hard to get that back. Comes over. Pinched up by Nuke. Nuke to Mietzma. Mietzma over to Herman. Herman center ice, shuffles it up to Mietzma. Mietzma gets tripped up behind the Grizzly net.
6 minutes to go in the second period. Score still 2-1 in favor of Everett.
For Walton on the side, he spins, he takes a shot looking for Mietzma. Mietzma doesn't get it in front of the net. Comes back for Nuke. Nuke pops it back to Mietzma. Mietzma just shuffles it out looking for Herman. Comes back for Walton. Walton spins, looks, cross-ice pass to Lombard. Lombard takes a shot, big rebound, slapped out of the zone.
Hustle back, boys.
Breakaway for the Grizzlies. Takes a shot. Nice pad save by Stringkurt.
Yeah, Stringer got down, got his pads down, and then looked behind him to make sure if it leaked through that he could get a glove back hit. That was a good move.
I don't know if Stringkurt even felt that or heard that or knew where that was going.
That looked almost automatic to me that he, maybe he's been taught. You get your pads down and then be ready to check behind.
Yep. Comes out to the sideboard for Corson, cross ice to Anderson. Back to Corson. Cross ice to Wyrick. Wyrick takes a shot, big rebound. The Grizzly goalie has given up a lot of.
Another penalty being called. Looks to me like they're calling it on Everett again. Interference. Nope.
Number 77, Grizzflow.
Grizzflow. I just haven't quite adopted that name for him yet.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
I'll
let's
drop
look.
that then.
No. Let's
We
see.
have to
let's see
watch.
if he's got to earn it.
Yeah, he's got to earn it. You know what? We do that on both sides of the fence here.
Got to earn your nickname.
You want a nickname? Got to earn it.
I suspected that might have been on Everett because it looked to me like we still
yeah.
had possession, and I didn't feel like the Grizzlies had really gotten possession of the puck there to get a whistle.
Anderson on the side boards, turns, brings it back to Poland at the blue line. Poland takes the shot. It gets tipped, goes wide. Dropped back for Wyrick. Wyrick gets picked off. It comes out of the zone. Gumont to Poland. Poland turns, looks for cross ice for Aiden. Wyrick. Wyrick pinches in, tries to wheel, and it gets pushed out of the zone by the Grizzlies.
I like how Wyrick held up the defenseman on the board, but kept himself free to get that pass out or get the play out. Really let something develop.
Flo at the blue line. Lines up, drops it back for
Nice
Phillips.
pass.
Phillips takes the shot, top corner over the Grizzly goalie. Beautiful shot by Phillips.
And Minaker and Phillips, second time combining for points.
Yep. That seems to be a good line.
Yeah, this line's hot today. All 3 goals from this line, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I think, of course, personal opinion that the Herman Mietzma Lombard line are just a little bit too jacked up. They're working a little bit too hard and not smart. Do you see that same thing? Or
yeah,
not?
no disagreement
Like
from me at all. I'm glad to see the Althoff line really stepping up and playing a good, smart game today.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel like the Herman line's pressing a little bit.
Yep.
They've had a number of opportunities.
Yep.
But
comes out almost a goal for the Grizzlies there. It went a little just a little wide.
Yeah, the Herman line, like I said, they've had a number of opportunities, but I feel like they've
Comes out to Minaker. Minaker loses it in his feet. Comes out for the Grizzlies at the blue line. They take a shot. Gets blocked by Stringkirk. Stringkirk grabs it up for the whistle. Good job for Stringkirk. There was multiple rebounds there that he was trying to control. He did a good job controlling those.
We got 3:30 left to go. Herman line coming out. 3:30 in the second period, that is.
Score?
Score is 3-1.
3-1. He's in the corner here for Rody. Rody comes out with it. Rody dumps it into the zone and then chases it down. Herman stays back for D. Rody really being aggressive here on the D and pinching forward. Good scrum in the corner by Rody and Mietzma.
Rody got frustrated when he got dumped on his back there and was poking his stick up there at Moose Flow.
Oh, so now he's earned it?
Well, I don't know.
It's not Moose Flow, it's Grizz Flow.
Grizz Flow, see?
Grizz Flow. Oh, man, I caught you.
Oh, man.
I caught you. Have a face-off here in the Grizzlies zone. Slapped in the zone by Rody. Grabbed up by Grizz Flow.
Pretty smart play by him when Rody was poking at him. He just dropped his stick, put his hands up, and was like, hey, I'm not involved in this.
No, I'm not. Nope.
If there was going to be any penalties, he wasn't going to take it.
Yep, that was a good job. Grabbed up by Mietzma on the boards. Disrupted by Rody.
Grizzflow put a little check on Mietzma there.
Yep. Rody up to Lombard. Lombard gets stick checked. Grabbed by Rody. Rody's all over the place today. He's, he's out of position.
Nice job, McCutchen. Nice job.
I mean, I really hate to say that, but that's totally true. He's way out. He's on the left side. He's on the right side. He's in the corner.
Yeah, I've seen him on both the left and the right today.
Just
a couple of times.
That's a dangerous situation because they did a cross-ice pass. The Grizzlies just put it over Stringkirk's shoulder. That's what happens when you relax. You relax a little bit and you don't play positionally. I mean, I have to say that on that one, our defense were not where they were supposed to be. That's what I saw.
Yeah, I agree. Put Strenkert in a tough spot.
Really tough.
Rody was in there, wasn't able to get a stick on the shot, and neither was Strenkert. Score's now 3-2, 2:06 remaining in the second period.
Yep, can't relax.
Nope, those 2-goal leads, never good.
Those are the most dangerous in hockey.
They talk about that at every level.
Yep.
Oh, that's called high stick, and then he touched it.
Yep.
Yeah, you gotta let that one go, man.
Like he jumped up on that one.
That was pretty sweet. I couldn't do that in a million years.
No. Not in my current state. So we'll have a face-off deep in the Grizzlies zone. Comes out to the D, ripping shot by Nuke. Back behind the net for Wyrick. Wyrick spins behind the net. Shuffles it to the sideboards. Comes out, pinched in by Nuke. Nuke tries to wheel through the zone, gets picked off. Grabbed up by Walton. Walton spins at the blue.
Grizzlies took each other out behind the play there.
Yeah. Looking for a
little icing.
Little icing there.
Oh, look at you, bringing out the yawn.
Sorry about that.
Sorry.
That just came up.
So Tristan Nuke, if you're an iFunny follower, Nuke, he goes, of course, by his iFunny handle of NoQ, but he's become quite the celebrity on iFunny. He's got this penchant for posting pictures of ferrets and opossums dressed up in Elizabethan gowns. He's got 2 likes and a follower. And so he's feeling really good.
He's feeling really
good.
His
iFunny status is on the rise.
Nice.
Oh, beauty.
Oh, that was, gee whiz.
What a beauty play.
You know what? I couldn't even commentate that because I saw that coming down the pipe, right? It was just like, that's going all the way. Aiden Wyrick to Anderson.
Was that Wyrick or Gumont?
I
think it was Wyrick. That was Wyrick.
That was Wyrick.
Those 18 and 19 are hard to tell apart.
Yep.
No, I was the same way. I was sort of finishing up my little story there, but
yeah, it's like
I could
time
see
just
that
froze,
play.
right?
You could just see that play. You knew what was going to happen. That was exciting, and Anderson, he's been
Anderson
playing
was
well
all
today, so
alone.
he earned it.
Yep,
he earned it.
Nice job.
Good job, boys. That comes with 1 minute remaining in the second period.
Good, this line here, these 2 lines are producing a lot today. Comes back for Poland. Poland cross-ice pass to Phillips. Phillips looking, drops it back to Minaker. Minaker takes a shot, gets disrupted. Picked back up by Minaker. Shuffles it into the zone. Grabbed by Althoff.
Official score gave that assist to Corson rather than to Wyrick.
Oh, interesting. All right. Maybe it was Corson then.
Well, it could be. I suppose the 6 and the 9 look a little alike.
Yeah.
I was with you.
We'll see what the official Susie Brilliant Jensen. We'll see what she called on the Team Snap live update.
That'll do it for the second period. So the score is 4-2 Everett with 16 minutes left to play. Depending on how things shake out here, there's a reasonable opportunity that these same 2 teams will face off for the championship game here at 11:30 this morning.
That is true. That is true. Let's have a look at the...
So I got to say, while you're checking that out, something that I've just been super happy with our boys about today that I don't know that I've seen them do the entire season. Oh, what you got here?
Jeremy from Evan. So that was Evan Corson.
Evan Corson. All right. Well, we unfairly credited Wyrick. But anyway, what I was about to say was something that I haven't seen a lot from our boys this year, but that they've done well throughout this tournament, most particularly yesterday and today, is when they give up a goal, they answer right back. They answer right back, and they get another goal. And they've been doing that, yesterday morning, yesterday evening, and again today. Within a couple of minutes, getting one more right back in and getting the differential back to where it was.
Yeah. Like you said, we haven't seen that all that much this season. This is a interesting turn of events and a tournament for this team. You know, because we have seen, we've really seen a completely different team out here. And quite frankly, it's nice to see.
Absolutely. I don't think it hurts that this is the first time we're playing 16U teams.
Well, that's true, right?
We've been playing, the 18U teams, and those boys are a couple years older and in many cases quite a bit bigger. So I think that's certainly a part of it. But it's hard to say if that's brought about our confidence or if our or what. But our boys are playing with confidence and they're playing as a team, and I'm really excited to see it.
Well, and it gives us, like I was going to say, it gives us a good indication of where we are, skill-wise and where we are in kind of ranking.
I was talking with Coach Bryn last night, and he said something really interesting. He said, we could have had some success earlier playing teams, 16U teams. Maybe we'd have won a few more games early. He posed the question: would we have developed as much? Would we be where we are?
Right.
If that's the competition we'd had, or did playing those teams, make us a better team now? And we'll never know the answer to that. But I think it's a pretty good point.
This is the lineup that we were talking about here, where the forwards were. Oh, this is a dangerous situation. Nice save. Comes right out front, disrupted, and lose another puck there in the netting. That, I was just going to say that lineup where the forwards line up in the D position and, in the D line up in the forward positions, that usually works. But you got to win that face-off, and the forwards have to rush. But in the case it doesn't work, the forwards that are in the D position have to play the D position.
Yeah, that's a play that Herman learned playing up a game this season, and he's been really working hard on not just his face-off, but the position play of the face-off and how to make the most of the opportunity, because he found early in the season he was talking to me about how he felt like he was winning face-offs, but they weren't doing anything with them, and he, as a group, they weren't reacting to the wins, and so he's been working with his line mates on that, and I like what they've done. It's been really effective this tournament.
Yep. It's on the sideboards with Mietzma.
That particular example withstanding, I should say.
Well, right. Comes back to the blue, shot by McCutchen, gets blocked. Another shot by McCutchen goes cross ice into the Grizzly corner. Grizzlies rifle it the other side of the ice. Kept in nicely by McCutchen, picked up by Mietzma. Mietzma over to Rody. Rody gets stick check, picked by Mietzma. Mietzma shuffles it into the corner. Looks like they're going for a line change.
Yeah, Wyrick's line's coming out.
Grabbed up by Rody. Rody in deep. Gets taken off the puck.
That there was a good opportunity for Rody to take that pinch up, because he knew the line change was happening behind him, so he had a backup.
Yep.
With a couple of forwards coming out. So
yep.
In that particular case, a smart time to pinch in as a D.
Yep. I agree. I don't mean to, keep speaking ill will, so thank you for that. That was a good...
No, not at all. The boys are learning, right?
Yep, they're learning.
There's times when it works and there's times when it doesn't, and they got to figure those times out.
That's right. Nice shot by Walton. Rebound. Everett can't connect to that rebound. It comes out for the Grizzlies. Grizzlies stream over blue line, gets picked off by New K. Disrupted by Anderson. Good turnover. Comes out to the blue line for Corson. He doesn't touch it because of the offside. And gets picked up behind the net by the Grizzlies. Grizzlies at center ice. Comes out disrupted by Walton. Walton going with Corson. Walton tries to shove it 5-0 on the goalie. It gets disrupted and comes out to the sideboards.
Yeah, Walton should have looked past there. I think Corson had a better opportunity.
Yeah. Way better. But Walton had a lot of speed going into that. I think he didn't have he had too much speed in order to make that cut in for the goalie, and so he should have looked and just passed it back. Wide open net for Corson. Altoff line. So the line that's been very successful today. Althoff shuffles it right out front, collected by Gumont. Gumont takes the shot, blocked by the goalie. Phillips does a backhand dump in, disrupted by the Grizzlies.
Nice save there by Minaker.
Hand catch by Minaker. Minaker having a great game. Althoff streaming in, trying to take a shot. He gets blocked. Picked up by the Grizz behind their net. Shuffled up to the blue. Cross ice pass. Gets disrupted. Picked up by Minaker. Minaker gets taken off the puck. And cross ice pass gets disrupted by Poland. And it goes up over the boards into the Grizzlies bench.
I've had Minaker, Corson, and of course Herman in my car all weekend here, and there's been quite a bit of of good-natured back and forth between those three, trying to one-up each other in the game. Lots of good joking going on, but those three boys are serious about trying to outdo each other.
Right.
And I think Minaker is really stepping up today. He's maybe more of a morning player. He had that good game yesterday morning. He wasn't. It was a little bit flat last evening, and he's the best this morning of the three in that car.
Comes down.
Meetsma's doing some good work there.
Yeah, a lot of crazy stuff in front of the net. Comes back, shot by Gumont. Comes out of the sideboard, comes back to Gumont. Gumont takes a shot. Lombard tries to knock it down, picked up by Meetsma. Meetsma takes a shot.
Pretty shot.
Yeah. Pretty shot right into the goalie logo.
That line looking a little bit better this time around.
Yep.
Their shots were, at the net rather than past it.
maybe they're settling down a little bit today.
So the score's still 4-2. 12:01 left in the game.
Everett just needs to stay aggressive. Comes to the sideboard for McCutchen. McCutchen over to Rody. Rody takes a shot, gets blocked, and you know what? It got tipped. It sat right in front of Anderson, and Anderson put it 5-hole in the Grizzly goalie.
Second goal for Anderson.
Yep.
He's out with Wyrick that time. Very good.
Yep.
So that'll make it 5-2. With 11:49 left in the game.
I mean, I
see some slumped shoulders there for the Grizzlies. They're a little disheartened with that goal.
Yeah, they didn't like that. It was kind of served up on a silver platter for Anderson, and I don't think the goalie was even ready for that or saw it. Laying right there in front of him. Comes out on the sideboards for the Grizzlies. Picked off by Wyrick. Wyrick hops and turns, and it gets poke checked. Turned over here by the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies go right out front. Not able to connect to it. McCutchen.
So McCutchen and Rody with the assists on the Anderson goal. And that was a hat trick for Anderson. I thought he had two. That was his third. I missed.
That was his third.
Well done.
Great job
Great
for
game
Anderson.
today.
I think we'll be interviewing Anderson.
I suspect we will.
Comes back to the blue. Weak shot. Picked up by Althoff. Ripping shot over the net, and then rebound again for Althoff. Puts it over the net.
Althoff had a really nice first period, and he's been kind of quiet since then. I feel like that's the first time we've seen a little action from him.
Althoff tries to do a wraparound. It comes right out front for McCutchen.
Nice little backhander.
McCutchen to Rody. Rody winds up, takes the shot, gets blocked by the Grizzlies. Grizzlies chase it down. Rody bumps into McCutchen as he's wheeling through the offensive zone. He wheels. He's looking for a goal. Goes all the way, and it gets gloved up by the Grizzly goalie. It looks like Rody is he's itching for a goal.
Yeah, I agree. He's hungry for it.
He's being very aggressive, and I like that.
Yeah.
In certain situations, obviously.
Well, I halfway wonder if that's a role coaches have asked him to play, or if that's just something he's taken upon himself. But he definitely seems to be sort of playing the wild card role.
Yep. In the corner with Minaker. Minaker back to Nuke. Nuke shuffles it back to Minaker. Minaker takes a weak shot. Nice rebound. collected by Phillips. Phillips dumps it back behind for Althoff. Althoff puts it right out front. Disrupted by the Grizzlies. They come over center ice.
Great rush back, all three of our boys.
Good job by Nuke to take the Grizzlies off the puck. Walton comes streaming through the zone. He's looking, he wheels, and it comes for Althoff. Althoff shuffles it out front, it pops out. Picked up by the Grizz. Dumped back into the corner, or back behind the net for the Grizzlies.
So he wheels and wheels. He didn't deal at all.
No, he just wheels. Just wheels. Only
you
wheels.
haven't said wheels and deals, I think, only one time this whole. And it was sort of done ironically. You did it on purpose.
That's right.
I kind of miss it. I'm not going to lie. I think the boys have done you a disservice.
Yeah, they, they've been hammering me hard on that whole wheels and deals thing. So, I've taken that out of my repertoire.
I think you got to put it back. I liked it.
Taking it out. Every time the boys see me, it's like, hey, are you wheeling and dealing?
Well, that's my ringtone for you as well, but still.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It is.
I like it. Bring it back.
Bring it back. All right. Herman in the corner. Brings it back to Poland. Poland to Mietzma. Doesn't connect. Comes back to the blue for Gumont. Gumont takes a shot. Gets shuffled off by the Grizzly goalie. Picked up by Herman. Put behind the net. Drop back for Herman. Herman gets pinched at the boards. Shuffles it back to Mietzma. Mietzma pinches it at the boards. Comes out, goes back to the blue line for Poland. Poland does an emergency pass. Comes to the corner. Nice hip check by Mietzma. That was nice.
Emergency pass. That was a good call. I like that. By the way, if you ever decide to go into business for yourself, I think you could open up a car dealership, and Wheels and Deals would be Mietzma's Wheels and Deals.
That's right. Nice shot.
Look at this. Look at this here. Right
through the crease.
Line.
Nice job by Mietzma to put it back through the crease, but nobody on the other side.
Good poise by the Grizzly goalie there.
Yeah, oh yeah. Great job. Comes back to the blue for Gumont. That'll generate a line change, and the Wyrick line will come out. And the Grizzlies just dump it for the icing so they can get a line change. That was a pretty long shift for the Grizzlies as well as for the Everett Junior Silvertips.
I missed how long that the Grizzlies line had been out. I was watching the tips and the timing for them, and I hadn't been paying attention on the Grizzlies. Good call by you. They were looking a little tired too.
They spend a lot of time in their defensive zone. Just getting hammered by the Herman line. Herman line wasn't able to generate anything. They had a lot of good chances.
That's been the case all morning.
Yep. Comes right out front. Another rebound from the Grizzly goalie. Nice cross-ice pass. Picked off by McCutchen. Now it's McCutchen's turn to drive up. Comes right out. Very aggressive.
Nobody up high here. Somebody needs to cover if McCutchen's going to play in. Penalty called on Everett.
Yeah, it's a dangerous situation, and I think there's a few players there that that have the broad view of the ice. That was like, whoa, there's only one back there, so I have to
Yep. Well, McCutchen going to the box, so he was playing aggressively there to generate some offense, and instead has put his team onto the penalty kill.
In a jeopardy situation. So we have the Wyrick line. It comes back to Walton. Walton slams it into the Grizzly zone. Nice breakout. Comes back to Nuke. Nuke dumps it in. Goes to Wyrick. Wyrick collects it in the Grizzly corner. Gets picked off by the Grizzlies. Picked off by Corson. Corson slides it into the Grizzlies zone. Goes back behind the Grizzly net. And they're looking to do a cross ice. Nice pinch by Walton. Looking for that pass. Picked up by Grizzflow. Grizzflow slides it up to Walton. Walton drives it back into the zone.
So really sloppy line change there. Corson slow getting
Very,
the gates
very
open, but
dangerous.
slow getting off. We had 5 men on the
Yep.
ice there for probably 2 seconds. Now,
Yep.
neither of them were involved in the play, but you don't want to mess around with that.
Nope. Walton driving, does a backhand shot towards the goalie, goes wide.
That's the second time I've seen Walton race in like that and then quickly realize that the puck's deep and he needs to get back,
Yep.
and so he cuts and hustles back.
Which is good.
Yeah,
You know,
no, I think that's
he's,
great.
He's been doing a good job, going forward and then recognizing that, holy crap, he's really deep, he needs to get back.
Yeah, his situational awareness there is really good. 31 seconds left in the roughing penalty on McCutchen. 5:49 remaining in the game. Score is 5-2 in favor of the Silvertips. There's Flo out. Is Grizz Flo out with him?
No,
Nope.
Grizz Flo was just out on the last line there. Comes back to the red line for the Grizzlies. Up on the sideboards. Long shot, blocker saved by Stringkirk, picked up by Poland. Poland slides it out of the zone. It's picked up at the red line by the Grizzlies. Drive it back to the Everett blue line. And they wrap it around the Everett net. Nice hit by Gumont. Good disruption by Gumont.
McCutchen out on the ice.
Slides it out. It gets disrupted by Althoff.
McCutchen goes to the bench, and it looks like Phillips came out. That puck came kind of close to the camera there.
Yep. I was ready to put my life in jeopardy, Brian.
Going to deflect it.
I was going to deflect it.
So obviously Anderson with a hat trick, having a fantastic day, but
Yep.
I'm just super happy with how Minaker has played as well. He's got a 2-point game and just playing lights out.
Comes up for Mietzma. Mietzma takes a great shot. Nice rebound. Cannot capitalize on it. Comes back behind the Grizzlies' net. Nice job by Mietzma. Hit. Lost visibility of the puck here. Aggressive play by Herman. Comes back for Poland. Poland takes a shot. Gets tipped. Picked up by Mietzma. Mietzma right out front. Doesn't connect to anybody. Mietzma back to Gumont. It comes out of the zone. Mietzma on the sideboards, dumps it back behind the Grizzly. Picked up by Grizzlies net, picked up by Lombard. Lombard can't control it, goes to Herman. Herman pushes it back behind the net. On the sideboards for Herman. Herman pops it out front. Comes all the way back out of the zone for Poland. Poland to Gumont. Gumont cross ice to Corson. Doesn't connect to it. Gets disrupted. And it comes out for Poland. Poland pinching high. Tries to wheel and deal. Loses the puck. It gets pushed back into the zone. There, I fit it in. That's my one.
I appreciated it.
All right. Picked up by Corson. Corson back to McCutchen. McCutchen taking a shot, goes wide. Generates a good rebound, comes back to the blue line, and it gets popped over the boards into the Grizzly bench. Looks like the Grizzlies have a pretty short bench as well. I was just noticing that. They have like 2 lines.
I can't believe I didn't notice that earlier in the game. Yeah.
They
They got exactly 2 lines.
pretty short of players here. Sideboards comes out of the blue for the Grizzlies. Picked up by McCutchen. That was a not a good play by McCutchen. He hoped to bank that over to Gumont on the other side, but or actually Rody on the other side, but then generated a chance there for the Grizzlies because it just slapped off the glass and dropped right next to the net. Totally unintentional by McCutchen. He realized his error and slapped his hockey stick on the ice. Comes back to the blue line for the Grizzlies. They take a shot, gets gloved up by Stringkirk. Easy glove save by Stringkirk. Actually, it's Stringkurt, right?
That's right. That's right, with the T.
I apologize. I do that every time. It's a 50-50 shot. Comes back to the blue for Grizzflow. Takes a shot. Gets blocked, picked up by Walton. Walton spins. Puts it behind the net for Althoff.
He makes that fast cut as well as anybody on the team.
Oh, my goodness, yep. Comes back, disrupted by Poland. Poland on the sideboards, pushes out front, gets knocked off. Althoff to Poland. Althoff puts it out front, scrum in front of the net. Althoff puts it out front. Nice shot, jamming by Poland. Nice shot by Minaker. And another rebound by the Grizzly goalie. Just Minaker jamming at it until the whistle blew. That's exactly what needs to happen.
Yeah, although he looked a little more frustrated at the end.
Yeah. He's like,
okay,
no.
yeah, he was giving Herman some, or maybe Herman was giving him some grief coming across. Minaker was not happy that he didn't get that goal.
No.
He slammed his stick so hard, I thought maybe something bad had happened. He had that frustration. And I think that was just some good competition there.
Looks like Wyrick is out with the Herman line, unless he hasn't changed yet.
Well, there was a whistle there, so there's plenty of time for a change.
Yeah, so I'm not sure.
Just under 2 minutes left in the game.
If Lombard is having problems. Grizzlies slide it into the Everett zone to be grabbed up by Rody. Rody gets slammed into the boards, popped up by Mietzma. Not hard enough. Oh man, 11. Rody does an intentional, he stepped off of the puck and had an intentional hit on one of the players. I wasn't exactly sure what that was about.
I was sitting here putting my questions together for the post-game interview, and I missed that. So Rody into the box. We'll get the call here in a moment.
Yeah, it was really interesting. Like the puck was going back behind the net, going to the left-hand side. Rody was chasing it down. He was getting chased by a Grizzly player, and Rody decided to leave the puck alone and go directly for the player. Comes back to Grizzflow at the blue line. Looking, they thread the needle to the corner, picked off by Walton. Walton drives it out of the zone. Gets chased down by the Grizzlies. Nice stick check by Mietzma. Cross ice pass to the Grizzlies. Nice glove save by Stringkurt. So I got it right this time.
That's right. So Rody got interference, was the call on that penalty. 47 seconds left in this game.
We got Poland taking center. It's interesting what they're doing with the lines here. They've taken Poland and put him on center, I think. Comes out for the Grizzlies. Grizzlies at the blue line. Again, wheeling and dealing. Gets taken off the puck by Gumont. Gumont slides it out to the blue line. Grizzlies rifle it back into the zone. Comes back to the blue. Shot gets covered up by Stringkurt. Stringkurt. Sorry.
Got yourself tongue-tied.
Sorry.
Having a great game today. Stringkurt having a great game today. My lips are frozen. I got a speech impediment. I'm just in a bad, I'm in a bad way today. Not.
Hey man, it's an early start. We were up at 4:30. That can be excused. Oh, Moose Flow with just a little
Yep.
chippy hit right at the end.
Yep.
Little
And
frustration.
that will end the game.
Gumon in for a big hug on Strenkert.
Yep.
Here the boys come. I called him Moose Flow and I meant Grizz Flow. Grizzly goalie looking pretty dejected here.
Yep.
His boys are trying to cheer him up a bit, but he's not feeling it.
He's not feeling it at all.
Well, these guys, I don't know how it's going to turn out, but we'll be playing either these guys or the Moose for the championship game. So
Yeah.
Grizz need to, keep their heads high. If
Yep.
they may be right back here in another couple hours.
Yep. Yeah, I mean it all comes down to points at this point, right?
Yeah, and I don't know what
whether
the
it's these
head-to-head is
guys or-
between those two teams. I'm
Yeah, I
not sure
don't
what
know.
happened there. I should have scouted that all out before the game, but I'm
Yeah.
not going to lie. I got my coffee and I sat at a table and tried to keep awake enough to drink it.
That's right. Well, we'll see if we get Anderson here.
Well, that's my suspicion.
It's-
I've got a special set of Anderson questions here.
That's what I'm thinking. So good game here. The final score 5-2. Is that what it is?
Yeah, 5-2 is the
Okay.
final.
All right.
Really, really strong game for the Silvertips this morning.
Yep.
And, two good morning games in a row.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Great job here. Good job by the Grizzly goalie. It's not looking very happy, but
He faced a lot of shots.
yeah, they did well. They did well.
Well, do you want to keep rolling until we get our interview, or do you want to pause here?
Yeah, you know what? Let's pause.
All right. Well, we'll say good day to all of you. Hope you enjoyed our broadcast,
Yep.
and we'll be back for the championship game here in just. Oh shoot! I got to do math now. 4 hours? About
Yep.
4 hours? Maybe 5?
About 4 hours.
About 4
yep.
hours.
Yep.
All right.
All right.